What's going on, guys? Rock Lee AC here. It's Sunday, November 4th. We're on our way to the shop championships for the states here in Illinois. I'm here with good buddies Alfredo and Justin. He's over there brewing up a deck. Yeah, we're about to go kill it. We're expecting about 30 people or so. It's gonna be a big tournament. Hopefully we each get top 16 / top 8 / first, second, third. But it's gonna be tough. There's a lot of good competition there. A lot of people who won like previous like store championships and stuff. So it's gonna be a good level of competition. But hopefully we'll pull out with a win. Fredo's over here gonna run Burger and veggies. Yep. I can say that because we're not gonna upload this till after the event. And me and Justin are running something spicy. Actually, something that Justin kind of made up last minute and whooped my ass with it, which is the reason why I want to run it too. Just mass Saiyan, yellow, black, pretty much. So we're gonna see how that goes. It's all improv. Justin got pretty much all the testing on Friday, and I kind of just built the deck on Saturday and kept remaking it until today. And it's all theory for me. And I haven't really play tested it at all, so we're gonna see how it goes. It's just one of those kind of last minute changes, which I always do. But Alfredo's seeking for revenge. He's gonna aim for a top 8. He wants that 2-player cloth mat.
Hell yeah.
Justin's gonna aim for second. I'm gonna aim for first. But I'm probably gonna scrub out because this deck is very different, and I don't know how to play it. So we're just gonna swing it. We're gonna go with it and see how that goes. But it's only us 3 from our play group. Everybody else wasn't able to make it. So we're here representing the crew. So see y'all later.
I think they're open now.
Alright, disc golf board games. That's probably a DBS player. Alright guys, we have arrived. It's raining. I think last time we were here it was about 6 months ago for the Easter event. And it was also pretty bad weather, so hopefully, I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, we're about to go in and start with our deck list, check in, register, do all the fun stuff, and kill it. Alright, here's Tony.
I'm the head judge, you're not allowed in here.
Did I get a free win? Free buy?
Oh, hell no, you're disqualified already.
Man, I knew it. I know. That usually happens.
He's Asian, that's why.
Damn.
I can't beat Asian people, so that's...
Amen.
I'm playing it. I'm
That's true.
I'm
Oh, I got my deck list.
Oh, you got yours.
Yeah.
You need a list?
But not written down though.
I need a list.
What's deck size? 80, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's 85 for normal, and for Namekian it's 90.
Dang it. Told you to run it back in. What's going on, guys? Alright, so we're here at the shop championships. There's 26 players. We're here at PaperorPlastic Sports down in Joliet. I'm not sure how much coverage I'm going to do depending on the games. We're doing best of 1. There's probably going to be 5 or 6 rounds. And then top 16 will be best of 3. So I kind of had to alter my main deck because of that. But Fredo over here, he's ready. He's going to go out. Yeah. He was here 6 months ago. He was born 6 months ago. New to this game. Went 3-3. Now he's going to go for 6-0.
Trying to get that W.
Trying to get the W and the D. Oh, sorry, this is his game.
What? What?
I'm not going to cut that out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think I'm probably gonna be. I think I'm gonna do bad today. I just played 2 games with Justin, and he 2-0'd me, and that's very unfortunate. So we're gonna see how that goes, because pretty much like a storm deck. So I just gotta play good, and we'll see how this guy does. Maybe we'll top 4 again.
Top 8, like what, 6 months ago?
All right. What's your? Hey Alfredo, what's your guess today? What's gonna happen?
I'll probably lose 1 or 2. I'm probably hoping to try to win all my one versus ones, and then once I get top 16, I'm just calling it a game. Whatever happens, happens.
You're all ready.
That.
Oh, I know.
I'm just trying to get that playmat.
There you go. You're gonna get the playmat. At least top 16, 16th place. All right, and then you, sir? What's your guess for today?
I don't know.
You heard it.
My name is Scott. I'm the owner here at PaperorPlastic Sports. Our judge today is Tony. He will be managing the timing for the rounds, and he will, which I'll get into that in just a little bit here. We have 26 players, so that means that we're going to start out by doing 5 rounds of Swiss. They are best of ones over a 30-minute time limit, which Tony will be controlling that timer. After we have completed those 5 rounds of Swiss, there will be a top 8 cut. There still will be top 16 prizing, but it will be a top 8 cut. So the 9 through 16 will be based on your Swiss results. Then the top 8 will do a single elimination until we have a champion, and it will be untimed best of 3 rounds. Okay. As far as I'll have Tony speak this a little bit more because I'm more used to Magic terminology, and maybe it's carried over to Dragon Ball. It's competitive level RELs, and if you want to explain,
Meaning, if you miss optional trigger, you missed it. So if you play on yielding trunks and you feel like, oh, I dropped it on my energy, you're past that state, you missed it on tap. If you miss the mandatory trigger, depending on how major it is, if it's like draw a card, you'll get a warning. If you forgot to take a life, I'll give you a game loss. I'm going to be serious strict with this. I will expect clean boards, clean energy, keep your tapped energy to one side, untapped on the other side. I've seen it where people purposely do that. Anthony Hernandez is a good person of his example. I will game loss you, and I'm going to be strict on you guys. Keep your board clean.
Okay. So we want to treat this as a professional event, and hopefully we can continue to carry more of these into the future. So first of all, if you're curious, we have live standings on Challenge on the dry erase board. If you go to that URL on your phones, you can pull up live standings at any time. I will try to have it up on the TV, but it doesn't automatically refresh on the TV, and the TV likes to go to sleep sometimes. So you can always go to that URL and find where things are at as the results come in. Please be mindful to keep them all drops.
That's okay. You don't have to worry about going past 30 minutes on anything. Alright guys, so after round 2, I played against a Vow Trunks Ultra Instinct Goku deck. I actually managed to rush him pretty early. I don't think you know too much of the matchup or like certain overwhelm cards. I was able to crit him at least 3 or 4 times, so that's what really made me go over the top. And then I just comboed out at the end with Mass Saiyan. He brought out his 5-drop Goku because he was probably going to Ultra Instinct the next turn, but I popped it with Mass Saiyan. I was either going to do that or I was going to go for Mira, Creator Absorb, the one that combos for infinite. But just in case I wasn't able to push for damage, I played Mass Saiyan and popped his 5-drop Goku so he doesn't Ultra Instinct into it. And then it was a double striker, and then I just had 2 10k boosts and a 5k boost, so he had 2 Mafubas and another extra card, so that one was good. So I'm at 2-0 right now. We got 3 more games. As long as I win 1 more game, I think I'll be at least top 16. I'm going to try to get top 8. I'm going to try for 2 more wins, but hopefully I don't jinx myself and I get another win from here. Unfortunately, Justin and Alfredo lost their second match. Alfredo was up against a mono blue Oob, who lost, I think, by turn 4 or turn 5. And then Justin was playing a U7 Frieza who got Victory Strike on turn 4. So it was a tough matchup. He didn't draw into it. But yeah, we're going to go into round 3 shortly. And hopefully good things. Alright guys, what's going on? This is update after round 4. Round 3 I actually lost to Veggies. It was Champa Veggies. He had a whole board out. I wasn't able to clear with like Mass Saiyan or any other overwhelm stuff. And then towards the end he comboed Champa Double Strike to give, I think it was a leader or somebody else Double Strike. He comboed his whole board, and then I was tapped out. I already knew he was going to drop the mirror, and he dropped the mirror last turn. I'd had no negates or anything like that, so I lost to him. Round 4 I went against a Krillin deck, blue-red. It was a lot more aggro than I thought. I thought it was going to be like more of like a stall deck, control deck. But he was hitting like Trunks and Krillin. He critted me I think 2 or 3 times. I know he critted me down to like 3 cards. He double striked me when I was at 5 life. And then I was on a 3, and then I managed to pull out because I used Flying Nimbus. He actually forgot that I Flying Nimbus. He swung with Trunks. One of his Trunks, he played another Trunks, and then he overwhelmed for Scientist Fu. He tried to swing for Scientist Fu, but he forgot that I Nimbus, so he was tapped out. Unfortunately, I won that one. So far 3-1, one more round. I think I have a good chance of getting top 16, so that's at least a playmat. The other guys, they're 2-2 right now, so they need to win their next match to at least get a playmat and possibly top 8. But we are going to go to top 8 after the next round. They're doing 30 minutes round, so it's like 1, 2, it's almost 3 o'clock. Yeah, so by 3:30 we'll be going to top 8, and those are going to be, I think, 45 minutes or an hour rounds and best of 3. So it's going to be a lot more challenging, a lot more strategy in the play. So we'll see how that goes. But hopefully I win out my 5th match, my 5th round. That's Saiyan doing work. See y'all soon.
16 to 1, just so you can hear those numbers. So 16th magic card. All of these people are going to be getting at least a playmat. If you're 17 through 26, we do have a little bit of a prize for you, so don't just immediately leave. 15th, Alfredo Diaz. 14th, Justin Trino. 13th, Joliet. 12th, John Hardy. 10, James Brown. 9, Alan Larson. 8, Renee Harlow.
Top 8, baby.
8 through 1 is
Top 8.
8 through 1 is going to the cut final positioning. So these are the top 8 current seeds. 8th place is currently Renee Harlow. 7th, AC. 6th, Alex Friedman. 5th is Steve Rivera. 4th, Roland. 3rd, Chris Jordan. 2nd, Chris Shakur. And currently sitting number 1 seed, Ricky Cox.
Alright, squad, so it looks like we all get a playmat. Let's go.
I'm going.
With my deck idea.
Alright guys, we're here with Justin Trino. He's actually opening up some special packs. We're going to do some sneak peek previews on what's in here. You get the G-Number promo. Pretty cool. So hopefully you're going to pull that SCR.
Yeah, I want
SCRs are in here, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so we got, we're just going to do some like simple, yeah, that's fine. So as rare as a Goku.
That's not bad, Paul. You got the Thunder there.
Oh, nice, okay. You get the rare and the uncommon foil, Grandpa Gohan. Unthinkable Fats, is that the name of this card? Oh, I thought it was Unthinkable Fats. I was like, geez. Time Magic. Put those at the bottom. Rival Empire. Roshi Leader. Rare Fired Up Son Gohan. Did you get a super rare?
Yes.
Okay. And then you got the last pack. I think this one should at least have a super rare. We're gonna have a box opening of this anyways. Ooh, it's the Gotenks. So this one says Double Strike Barrier Burst 5. You must have 5 cards in your deck and you drop area to activate a skill. When you play this card, choose up to oh yeah, this is up to 100 of your opponent's battle cards with 2,000 power or less and return them to the owner's hand. Two foils. Rare Deadly Defender Vegeta and foil Uncommon Vicious Lackey Tagoma. Just putting all your foils to the top.
Did you pull it SR or anything?
He did. He got Gotenks. Left ball, very good.
After image foil.
After image foil. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Key card.
Ooh, oolong. Look at that foil.
That's the one I got.
Peel off.
That was the last card.
Super.
There we go.
Ooh. SS4 Son Goku. Last pack super rares. And the last. Android 17 liter. Not too bad. Good job, Justin Trino. Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm here at PaperorPlastic Sports down in Joliet. We're going to open up 2 special packs from the latest set, Miraculous Revival. Hopefully pull out that SCR, what was that, SS4 Goku? Something like that?
Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta.
Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta. There's a promo card. 4 packs. 4 booster packs. Alright, let's see what we got. I'm just gonna... Frieza Wish. Not bad. I only know like 5 cards in this set, so... Ooh. Already saw what we got. Super rare. Shenron. Not bad. Pack 3. This is going so fast. Full common and rare Android 17. Last booster pack for this.
Alright, everybody, top 8 announcements! Got the top announcements here. We are going to take a short, about 10-minute break.
Alright, guys, we're going to go ahead and crack open the second. See, you're going to mess up my video. Got those. 4 packs. Should I scream if I get that SCR? Full Kami and is that there?
Yeah, I would like that.
This is the good one, right?
Yeah, I would like that from you.
Oh, sheesh. This is one that everyone's gonna play, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
The one that clears board, ignoring barrier.
Yeah, that's that in combination with Crisis, right?
Toki.
Oh, that's one.
To get him out turn 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that's messed up. Super rare. Not sure if I even like that one. Like that card? Hopefully it's just not one super rare. You get lucky if you get 2 supers. Ugly.
Wait, is that the SR or no?
No, that one's just a regular rare.
But it's still pretty good.
That's a pretty good card right here.
Nothing too good. That's saying.
Oh, it's foil leader.
Foil leader. Alrighty.
You made top 8.
Made top 8. I don't know, I'll probably get my ass kicked. We'll see. But at least we got these special packs. One of my super rares, I got this. That's a good one. This is a good pull. And then pretty good. Oh no, it's a rare.
It's a rare.
Shenron.
There you go. Some good cards.
And then those other guys. But yeah, not too bad. Shout outs to PaperorPlastic Sports for hosting this event. And catch y'all guys next time. Alright guys, so I made it to top 8. I'll be placing, I placed 7th, so I'll be facing against the 2nd seed.
Somebody made top 8 with Champa.
Oh, no, I lost him.
Champa Veggie?
Yeah, I lost him. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I lost him. So I'm going to be playing against 2nd seed for something. So we'll see how that goes. This one's best of 3, so there's a little more chance to kind of wiggle around and use your sideboard. but you know, at least I got top 8. That's what I was aiming for. And gonna get the Cloth Playmat and maybe other goodies. But right now,
So far, just
Fredo and Trino got what, 14, 15?
attack 14.
14, 15, yeah.
You got
So
15.
they each got the playmat. So they got the top 16 ARG
I
States
swear to God,
PaperorPlastic.
if God's up, oh my God,
Piccolo?
I think that's what I did.
What, the Piccolo?
What'd you
Yeah, I
pull?
don't play Piccolo.
What was your super?
Huracan.
Oh, dang.
I don't play it. I got that. I'm upset about that. I ain't ready.
I'll take this Piccolo off your hands.
I don't know.
You want?
Anyways, we're out. What's going on, guys? All right, we're here. We're about to leave PaperorPlastic Sports down in Joliet. I managed to get top 8, but I lost against Chris, who is running Baby Vegeta. And these guys managed to get top.
Hell yeah.
That's okay. Got my Cloth Playmat. Got my summer invite. I thought it was only like top 4 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ARG. And it's raining. I don't care because it was hot outside. Lots of man sweat. But sweat turned into tears. Tears turned into determination. Determination turned into wins. And we won, baby! Not really. We just got playmats, so I'm happy for the playmats. And it's raining pretty hard on me. But we're about to head out and get some food. Hey. What's going on, guys? Rockley AC here. I am bringing you guys a deck profile on my 5th place Illinois ARG State Championships. This is a deck profile based on Mass Saiyan Storm. I know that's crazy. This deck was actually brought to one of my good buddies, Justin Trino. We were playtesting a couple days before the event, and I was pretty sure I was going to run Baby Vegeta because I got 3rd place at the 20-man shop championships at Chicago, and that did really well, and I only improved upon it. And then he ended up 2-0ing me with this deck. I also was going to bring my blue-green Soul Striker deck, which was which countered a lot of decks in the meta, especially with like Analyzer and stuff, and untapping. And then he 2-0'd that. Then I played my Krillin Storm deck. I went to best of 3, and I ended up winning through that game. So we realized obviously Storm was going to be a tough matchup for this deck, because most of the decks in the format are like mid-range, kind of like late game, and being able to rush them early while they're trying to still set up, is really beneficial for you. But if you're going against Storm, you got to play it a little bit more carefully, not so much rush, just because they're going to rush you out, and then you have a better chance of surviving because you have bigger bombs later in the game. But yeah, he ended up 2-0ing me 2 games, 2 matches, and then game 3 I beat him. But I wasn't confident with the other 2 decks I was going to bring, even though I felt like they were still solid in the meta, especially like Baby Vegeta. So I ended up building my version of this. We're about like maybe 7 or 8 cards difference in terms of like certain cards and choices, especially the side deck. But it's pretty much the gist of it is Mass Saiyan Storm. So going into the format, a lot of the decks, that we realized were top tier, Hercule, U7, Huracan, all that stuff. Most of them take some time setting up, especially U7 Frieza. And we were going into the matchup and event knowing that there will probably be a lot of U7 Friezas, probably some Hercules, Huracans, all that stuff. So we were right for the most part about U7 Frieza, and we did pretty good in that matchup. There was no Hercule, I think maybe like 1 Hercule. The rest was pretty dispersed. There was some Baby Vegetas, there was some Pans, there was some Veggies, there was like a mix of other stuff. But for the most part, Mass Saiyan gave a lot of people a run for the money. And the reason why is because of that early pressure. One of the main reasons why Mass Saiyan had so much difficulty is because it burned out really quick, and it took a long time for it to awaken. And depending on what deck you're facing against, you do want to awaken early. and the opportunity of being able to put Storm in this package and kind of run through it really made a big difference, because you're able to awaken, sometimes by turn 2, and then be able to pressure your opponent. So this deck is basically pretty linear. It's like a Storm deck, except you're not going to be untapping as much. You're going to be playing Bardox, you're going to be swapping into Go 10s and stuff, but you're mostly going to be trying to attack for crit with both the leader and your overwhelm cards. So that you still have the main concept of what Mass Saiyan does, which is be very aggressive. Make sure you try to double crit early, because that's really important against your opponent. And depending on certain matchups, you really want to push crit more, especially with the decks that untap. They don't get any card advantage out of that. So when you're being really aggro, you want to make sure that you deny their hand, so that when you swing with double crit, it's going to really hurt them, because they could untap too and maybe negate, but they're not going to get any type of hand out of that. So it's really important to push crit for that. And then also decks that want to do hand advantage, you want to be careful with them too, because you don't want to give them too many hands. So again, the crit game is really important. May not be as important in certain matchups, but for the most part, if you're able to deny them a card, that's really more important. So let's jump straight to the deck profile real quick. We're going to go ahead with the main board. I main board 3 Flying Nimbus, just in case you run out to late game. You still have like the Gohan blocker and stuff, but being able to Nimbus another like Storm deck, which is one of the main reasons why I main board 3 of these, is because they could just go off. And Nimbus is not a bad card to begin with. Next, I main board 3 Bad Ring Lasers, because you want to make sure you get your crits through. Some guy tried to negate my double strike crit card. I think he Whis Coercion it and then Bad Ring Laser. So you want to make sure you're able to counter the counters and go through. Super combos, of course, Spring Card Time, draw. I opted to play 7 double strikers just because you want to see them early, and you want to see them often. Combine that with Mass Saiyan and like your other crit overwhelm cards. Being able to drop them 2 cards at least in the beginning is really crucial. I ended up with 3 Successor of Hope because it's free. It's a free card to put in your drop zone for overwhelm, and it just higher up the consistency. If anything, this I'd probably put up to 1 more, just to fill up the discard pile, and just to be able to filter out stuff. Planet Vegeta was there as a backup in case I couldn't find my Bardox, my Go 10s. I could even search out for other overwhelm stuff. So it's a good card. I never really used it, just because early game you'd rather use your resources on double strikes and stuff. Storm package, 4 Bardox, 4 Go 10s, 2 Son Gohans, and 4 carrying Mother Videl. I know 4 is a little excessive, but I wanted to make sure I had enough yellow count for my Bad Ring and Nimbus. So I felt like 4 was not that bad. Swap into her, give one of my overwhelm cards with crit a 5k, and you draw a card. So that's definitely helped, being able to put my overwhelm cards to like 25k crit because of her. But Storm package, you guys already know what to do. Sometimes I wouldn't swing with Bardock though, depending on the matchup. But sometimes I'd swing, sometimes I wouldn't. Overwhelm. You got the overwhelm package, you got the 6 crit package, you got the Bardox and the Mira. I like these because they're free, you don't have to tap. In Mass Saiyan, you're really looking to preserve your mana, because you don't want to tap out against certain matchups, especially like aggro. So you want to have to be able to put some pressure cards for free. So Bardock is only 5. And what I like about him, reason why I maxed out, is because against like announcer decks, they can't combo in the battle area with their battle cards, and then also they can't activate blockers. So it's really powerful in that sense. And the Mirror is just another easy way to get crit. You Mass Saiyan 3, you play your double strike for Mass Saiyan, so that's 4 already in there, and then you pop Mirror out for another crit. My removals, 3 Mass Saiyan, 2 Dimensional Fat Fu. This was a really nice ratio just because against like veggies, against announcers, decks that like put you with a really disadvantaged board. It's really important. So they definitely helped out a lot. And then my last bomb card of the deck was Mira, Creator Absorb. This won me so many games, especially with like the double strike Mira. People just would negate like the crit cards or another double striker, and they would just like, they were just unable to combo from there. Usually the smart players would play differently around Mira. They know how to play around it. But for the most part, you can catch a lot of people off guard, and I did with that. So the sideboard, we went ahead with 3 Haru against the yellow matchups. Our green didn't really face too much, but decided it against U7 Frieza. Time Chrono, there was no Shigesh like in the 6 games that I played. Forced Ejection Mass Saiyan was kind of like a tech card for me. A lot of people running objections in this format. U7 Frieza, Soul Striker. Decks that really want to get ahead of the game, so Force Ejection Mass Saiyan was there to kind of like stall it a little bit. I mean, it's an overwhelm card, so it definitely fits in my deck. 2 Time Ruler Toa. This is another tech card against like Storm, or against like really like weenie decks. Just be able to steal like their lower drops, and everything is pretty powerful. Costs 2 less. Scientist Fu against like the Cell Chain matchups. Crusher Ball against Big Bombs, SER, Victory Strike, Kefla, Union Absorb, all that stuff, Demigra. Flying Nimbus for a 4th one if I needed to, and a 4th Battering Laser, depending on the matchup. So yeah, that's basically a deck. There's 26 players at the Illinois States event, so shoutouts to PaperorPlastic Sports down in Joliet, Illinois. There's 5 rounds. First round I played against U7 Frieza. I won turn 4. The turn before that they were about to have Victory Strike, so I got lucky there. Second round I went against Iron Vow Trunks, Ultra Instinct. I won that one because I was able to board wipe his Gokus that he would probably be able to Ultra Instinct next 2 turns or something. Round 3 I went against a really good Champa Veggies deck. It's a very crazy game just because he was able to get a lot of board out. I didn't really have a Mass Saiyan until late game, so I only killed like 2 out of like maybe like the 8 cards that he had on his board. He also ran the Mirror Creative Absorb, so it was a lot of like aggro, and I wasn't able to stop that. Round 4 I went against Krillin, Blue-Red. Very aggro deck. I didn't expect it to be so aggro. Player made a mistake that I nimbused, and he played an extra card thinking that he could attack, so it was a big waste. He tapped out, and I was able to capitalize on that. And then Pan, I lost to, I believe, the guy who won first place at the event. He had me pretty much mostly of the whole game. I was down several cards, and I just didn't do enough damage to push him. He was really protective over his life, and as long as you do that, as long as you're defensive and you protect your life against Mass Saiyan, you're gonna win in the long run. I managed to squeeze into top 8 with the 7th seed, so I went against the 2nd seed, which was Baby Vegeta. I thought I had a favorable matchup. First game, mostly because I played the deck. First game, he lost in turn 2 or 3. I was able to crit him, double crit him twice, and then just like push for game 3. Second game, he sided in some cards. He was a lot more wary of my Overwhelm Mira because that's how I won the first game. And then he brought out Baby 6-drop, so the Baby Chain. And then on the third game, we were just going back and forth. We went to like turn 6 or 7 for whatever reason. I was able to Nimbus like his board, but I just didn't have a board, of course. And he managed to out-combo me towards the end. But it was a very great matchup. I had a lot of fun, and I ended up winning this play Cloth Playmat, so it's pretty sweet. I also got the ARG Pin. I also got a special pack from ARG. Also a dash pack from Series 5, which was Janemba Leader, which is pretty cool. And then also the invite for the Summer ARGs. So overall, it was a great experience. This deck is definitely going to be changed for the set 5. I think set 5 is going to be such a wide open meta. I don't know what's going to be at the top, like Shenron decks, Janemba's around, a lot of aggro, Storm's still pretty good. Like, there's just so many decks that I think are now added to the metagame that is just going to be insane. So this deck, I don't know how it's going to be. Probably could lose to like Janemba just because of all the mill and stuff, but we'll see. This is really just an anti-meta call because we already knew like a lot of U7 Friezas. One of my buddies, Justin, who also got top 16, the one who made this deck, played against 3 U7 Frieza decks. So it was just insane. But I'm glad the new leaf is starting to turn, and we have set 5 along the way. Actually, by the way, that by the time that this video is out, it'll probably be set 5 release day. Thank you all for all your support, all those who are interested in the deck. I probably messaged over 10 people who asked for the deck list, and I hope now with this video it gives a little more insight onto, you know, how to approach certain matchups and stuff. Again, depending on how the meta turns out, this deck will probably be on the shelves, but I would love to see you guys experiment with him again because he's still a very powerful leader, and in combination with Self-Awakening, there are some good, really good black cards coming in the new set. I think like Mass Saiyan Vegeta or something like that could Self-Awaken. It's all good. So thank you again. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.